Hello and welcome. We start with a key development in North Africa. In an unprecedented move, France has shifted its stance over the disputed Western Sahara. It now backs Morocco's limited autonomy plan for the disputed territory, a move that has angered and drawn strong reactions from Algeria. In a letter to Morocco's King Mohammed, French President Emmanuel Macron boldly declared that the president and future of Western Sahara lie within the framework of Moroccan sovereignty. France now backs a 2007 proposal by Morocco that gives Western Sahara limited autonomy but keeps it under Moroccan control. Macron said that agreeing to this proposal is the only way to solve the conflict. This marks a shift from France's earlier position when Paris had called the Moroccan proposal a serious and credible basis for discussion, but not the only basis. Now, the dispute over Western Sahara dates back nearly 50 years. After former colonizer Spain withdrew from the territory in 1975, Morocco, which lies just north of it, annexed it. However, the indigenous ethnic groups resisted Morocco's claim over the region. This prompted a 16-year armed conflict between Morocco and the Polisario Front, an independence movement representing Western Sahara's indigenous Sahrawi ethnic group. Now, Morocco controls most of the territory, while the Polisario is limited to parts of the desert interior. But the conflict has more players. The Polisario Front is backed by Morocco's neighbor Algeria, although Algeria does not have any claim to Western Sahara itself. But it is wary of Morocco's expansion in the region. Algeria has also provided aid to the Polisario Front. Algeria has rebuked Macron's support to Morocco and has withdrawn its ambassador to France. Dozens of countries, mostly in Africa, have formally recognized a Sahrawi republic, though the world's major powers and the United Nations have not. Former colonizer Spain has also backed Morocco's claims. Under Donald Trump's presidency, the United States recognized Moroccan sovereignty in exchange for Morocco normalizing relations with Israel. Now France joins the growing list of countries who are seeking closer ties with Rabat. The move by Macron is seen as a game-changer by Morocco and a major diplomatic win. France has walked a diplomatic tightrope between the former protectorate Morocco and former colony Algeria on the Western Sahara issue. Though Morocco-France ties have soured in recent years, both nations are working to boost economic ties. France is now Morocco's second-largest trade partner and a major investor. Meanwhile, France has been seeking to reset ties with its former colony, Algeria. It had apologized for the torture by French forces during Algeria's independence war that ended in 1962, and also established a commission to review the two countries' colonial history. However, the latest move to favor Morocco over the Western Sahara signals a setback to its Algeria outreach. Now, for more on this, we have with us Musa Mdunge, a political analyst who is joining us live from Dundee in the UK. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Good afternoon to you and to the viewers.
Good afternoon. Now, France has officially recognized Morocco's sovereignty over the disputed Western Sahara region. This marks a significant policy change. How important is this shift that effectively aligns France with Morocco?
Well, this shift in France's stance in regards to its recognition of Moroccan sovereignty over Western Sahara is quite consequential, especially when you consider the fact that this is happening at a time where France's foreign policy and its ability to exert influence outside of Europe is being questioned, particularly when you consider what is happening in West Africa, with many countries in that region turning their back away from France and embracing other players such as Russia. So in many ways, France's support of Morocco in this regards is in response to this pushback that it has been experiencing, certainly in the past 5 to 10 years, and more particularly under the presidency of Macron. Macron, who wants to change or revitalize, rather, the image of France and its role in international affairs, seeing a particular role for France as it regards to Europe, but not only Europe, also issues in the global south, particularly in West Africa, in Africa, where it has historical influence.
Yeah. And Algeria, which backs the Polisario Front, has responded by withdrawing its ambassador to France. How do you assess this move by Algeria?
Well, this move by Algeria is unsurprising, given the support that it has given, both logistically, financially, but militarily as well, to the Polisario Front. It would be very surprising for them to have been mute on such a decision as taken by their former colonial masters, but also a former colonial master that is a critical economic and regional player for that country. But also it's a move that has precedence, given that they took such a move against Spain as well. So in many ways, you could argue that to Algeria, the issue of Western Sahara is a passionate issue in the same likeness as what you could attribute to the Israeli-Palestine conflict when it comes to South Africa's own approach, when it comes to that particular issue. And so unsurprising in terms of Algeria's response, but it really cements sort of the regional tensions and competition that finds itself in that particular region, as both Morocco, both Algeria are very key regional powers. They are bridge builders in that particular region, and they are huge investors and economic players in the continent. You know, if you think about Morocco, for example, it is the second largest investor in the continent out after South Africa. And so that has brought it quite a lot of influence, in the continent. And that is seen by the fact that just in 2017, they were readmitted into the African Union. So all of this is really coming at a time where Morocco is reestablishing itself in the region and France is facing its own questions. So in many ways, this decision is about mutual benefit for both these countries.
Right. And do you see this as a major victory for Morocco? As you've mentioned there, it's seeking to deepen trade ties with other African nations.
Certainly, I do see this as a victory for Morocco. If you look at a map of their relations, particularly in Africa, you'll note that particularly in West Africa, they enjoy quite a lot of support, even in East Africa as well as Central Africa. But their key challenges lie in North Africa and Southern Africa. And unsurprising, particularly when you think of Southern Africa, where you have a very recent history in terms of the liberation struggle. So many of the liberation movements which continue to be the ruling parties in those countries. If you think of South Africa as an example, where the ANC, albeit in a coalition, continues to govern, has shown huge support for the Western Saharan cause. And this was shown by the support it showed last year in supporting summit interventions that would find a political resolution to the struggle of the people of Western Sahara as it relates to the issue of self-determination. And so certainly for Morocco, it is a coup to some extent, but whether it will shift countries like South Africa and others in Southern Africa as well as North Africa, I don't see that particularly happening. And the only thing that could really be of an assistance now is really a political solution that really tries to give inspiration to the aspirations of the people of Western Sahara. Only a political solution will do.
Absolutely. Musa, thank you very much. Great to speak with you. Thank you for your valued insights.
Thank you so much for having me.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for a future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?